welcome to EVE Online. If everything was equal and there was enough documentation in this game, and there's not, on purpose. Frustration is a retention factor, and exploration is part of the game. Bartle's types said there was the explorer type, and I am an explorer. It's not literally what the game wants, the mechanics of the game is talking about, like exploration. No, this is delving into the mechanics of the game, exploring the universe, finding out. Exploration career in this game is sort of like that, but we're talking about, Bartle was talking about more about, we would call metagaming. So I do a lot of metagaming in this game. And I do a lot of frivolous metagaming in this game because there's just simply not the documentation. Like I even... Sorry. And I even did a video about character creation. Mainly because nobody'd done a decent one. Mostly it was soundtracks, people fiddled with it, or the hideous recreations, or people who done contests but not told you how they went about making that perfect character, or anything like that. It's just stuff like regeneration, how the old troll on the forum that I never believed is actually totally true, and the boring facts of asteroids is just, they don't want to talk about it. CCP refuses. And I don't blame them, because frustration and forcing people to find out for themselves is part of a mud. That's just the way it is. Bartle was right. You've got four types: the explorers, the achievers, the socializers, and the killers, and you need a balance or else your game dies. This game will never die. I haven't seen... I've played a game that did die, Jumpgate, and it died because, well, for one, that the PvPers were ass kissers, and they just kissed dev ass, and the devs thought they were the best things ever, and they knew everything, and they just totally misinterpreted their own game, and the PvPers loved it because they could just lord it over the Care Bears and treat them like crap and say, get good, before get good was a meme. So yeah, the metrics in this game is like, I have people who complain about 20k numbers and the numbers are dropping and blah 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 blah. It's just, I don't believe them. I try and tune them out just like I tune most of the crap CCP does, like events. Who the hell does events? The last event I liked was the hunt, where it encouraged players to break out of their comfort zone and actually learn how to descan properly, efficiently. At least practice it. You know, they didn't have to be good at it. Just do it. Learn how to do it, because you don't have to learn how to descan when you're doing missions or mining, or in high sec at least, or anything like that. So I love that aspect and enjoyed doing that event, but most of the events I just don't pay attention to. Just a bunch of crap, low rewarding crap. Anyways, where was I? Right, theorycrafting. Here I am with what fills me with joy. Playing a game in light little ships, mining efficiently, more efficiently than I could with the bigger ships. Dense feldspar out of systems with asteroid belts that will always and have always had dense feldspar, no matter the attempts at farming or pruning or breeding or anything like that. The downtime, they reappear. Between downtime, nothing. It's dependable. If you strip all the belts every day of all the ore, outside of Monday and Friday's downtime, it'll be 80%. And then a day after that, 100%. If you do it on the Monday, just before Monday's downtime or just before Friday's downtime, it'll come back at 30%, and then the next day it'll be 70%, and next day after that it'll be 100%. Unflinchingly, unchangingly, completely different than singularity. On singularity, if you mine something, a belt out, it'll take 3 days before anything respawns, and it'll go to 25%, and 3 days after that 50%, and 4 days after that 60%, and so on until 20 days later it's fully repopulated. But nope, not on Tranquility. No siree dog, and it has not changed in an eon. I don't think it's ever changed. If it's ever changed, it's only because of the misperception of both CCP, whose devs regularly misunderstand what players are talking about, and when we talk about asteroid belts, they talk about anomalies, and when we talk about anomalies, or the old signatures, graphometric, they think we're talking about, yeah, so they have no idea what they're talking about. Absolutely not. And yeah, this fit is a pretty good one. The domination are cheap, and they're good for cap stability. Same resistance as tech2. I really like this fit I've got now. I've got a reserve if large ancillary remote for emergencies, but the problem is, you see, I've got small ships, right? I have small ships that if I go into warp to the next belt, they're going to land first, and the trigs are just going to eat them alive. The mechanics like targeting ships their own size, so they prefer ships their own size. So they will go after frigates, and it doesn't matter if I turn on this afterburner and go real quick around, I cannot speed tank against trigs. Even with this signature profile radius of this sucker. Yeah, so nope. So what I do when I've finished all, and they're all, this belt is one of those that looks weird and it's all displaced and looks kind of cool actually, but everything's at a range, and it's hard to get to, and the disposition of a belt has been fixed since beta. I don't know how they fixed it. I believe it might have been, I don't honestly, I have no, they might actually have just templates that they used. Anyways, so I used to think that it used to be different, that you could breed and these would grow organically, and then at release they just fixed everything in place from what people were mining, and that was what you could do, and you could further breed and farm and alter things as you so wished. But no, as more I played, the more I realized this is fixed since beta, and this will not change. The composition disposition will not change at all. So some of the belts will look like this, and some of them are more easy to mine. So we're just going to align to the next one. And what I found was, I'm just racking my brain trying to figure out how to land my orca first, get my drones deployed, get them targeted quicker than the Triglavians can kill them, because I'm in an emerging system. And if I land with rats on the field already, it's really difficult, and my prospects already land and they're dead. So how do I prevent the prospects not only from entering warp first, but having my orca enter warp first and land first, as in exit warp? And I hit on a solution that had sensor boosters, but I'm like, but I need the tank. Well, I can't float around all day with sensor boosters. That would just be silly. So what I thought of was, oh my god, just have a mobile depot, and before I enter warp, I just thought of this idea now. This I'm just going through my theory crafting stuff. I don't have a mobile depot on. I believe I have it at dock, but I need to get some sensor boosters, and I'll just pack out this as sensor boosters, and I'll do it before I align. I'll swap out just before I enter warp. I'll swap out for my sensor boosters, scoop up the depot, turn on my sensor boosters, enter warp, land, launch my drones, target the berserker, engage the remote rep, possibly needing the ancillary just because it's going to be attacked for a bit till the trig's target priority switch to the logi, which is the greater threat through them, because as soon as I turn on my make the logi active, I turn into a logi, I get primaried, they'll switch to me, and then my prospects will land at the same time as I've got my reps landing on the heavy drone, hopefully earlier, and they'll be safe because they are low priority now. And that is what I theorycraft just now. I'm really happy with it. Take a screenshot of this as well. I took a screenshot of my mining setup right here, including the stats on the modulated deep core miner, which is an interesting thing because if you use the used with, you can use any crystal on it, and you can fit it on a small ship. It doesn't have the range of the scoped that I was using in prior videos, just recent prior videos with the prospect. That was a 37.3 kilometer range. This is only 23.3 kilometer range. So yeah, I'll post the screenshots and the fits in the description once I get the sensor boosters and the mobile depot set up, but I can just explain that in the description when I post. But yeah, oops. Nice if my guy was in range. Anyways, yeah, there we go. I'll warp to the next one, and did I turn on my... No, I didn't. So I'll turn on my afterburners. There we go. Makes it longer to enter warp. And I will... Because the last thing I want to do is leave these guys and then the trigs land on them. So I'll enter warp. There I go. Oops. Ha! Derp. Lol. So they enter warp. Off they go. And I launch my drones. Lol. Not. Sensor boosters are equipped. I land, launch my drones, target the heavy drone, land the rep, all before the prospects exit warp. And the nice thing about this belt that I'm landing on, everything's in range, it's perfect for mining and stuff like that. And hooray. So here we come. And here they come. So still warping, and there, here they come. 25. So I can launch my drones, target the heavy drone, land the rep, and my guys are just coming out of warp. There you go. And I'm hoping that's gonna work wonders. I might consider trying to shove like a warp drive on this thing just to slow it down more, but I don't think I have the CPU for it. Just warp these guys back to the prior just to pick up my stuff. Oh wait, warp fleet. All right, get back and pick up my drones. It probably would have been better to warp everybody to a safe spot at tether, and then go get my drones, use my orca by stopping warp and just warping alone. I take too many chances with this game. My corp? Unfit? Compact? Yeah, see? Damn it. I'd have to get rid of that, and I have to get rid of the juicy, yeah, I still couldn't. There you go. I'd have to use. Can I use a digital booster? Is that gonna? See, can't even do that. See, damn it. Yeah. Damn. Damn. And I can't fit a tech 1. It just won't fit with a tech 2. Bloody hell. Anyways, so yeah, that's how I just. You just work the problem, like astronauts say. You just work the problem. That's what I'm paying CCP every month subscription, so I can pretend to work in space instead of trying to plex, and which would be working in space for like $2 an hour. Lol. I don't want to do that. So yeah, hope that helps everybody. I do just adore mining. I can do it 9 hours a day. Every day since when I resubscribed. Apparently I've been online 9 hours a day every day since I resubscribed back in September of 2018. Sorry. When I finally relented and enabled Steam launch for all my guys, so I could track my online time using Steam. Because it'll track your playing hours. The launcher, so disable the minimize to tray when you close it out. If you're not a fan of, I'm not a fan of AFK, and neither should you. It's a wasteful thing. But yeah, it gives you a good idea of how much you play. Or maybe you don't want to know. Maybe you're not an explorer like me who really wants to know everything. Okay. So, pick up my drones, Shift F, I've logged it to, and R to retract, and then warp back to that. Yeah, strip all the dents, go off and try some mining missions. First time in ever. I've still got almost 6 standing with the HCO agents corporation that I used to do 2004 mining missions for, back when you could give them standard ore. That was pretty funny. Please don't get mobbed. Don't get attacked, boy. No. Watch, Triggs will be there now. All my guys will die. Be a funny end to this video. See the slow speed I'm warping at? That's because fleet warp would be the freighter speed I'm going at. But I will enter and exit warp faster because I'm a little freighter. Excellent. Oh boy. Yeah, nothing pleases me more than mining. I wish I could do it in low sec, but jaspet is just not worth enough. I hope they follow through with the rumor that they're thinking maybe of removing crokite, which would be awesome. If we could increase the price of nocxium, that would mean jaspet and low sec mining would actually be attractive to intelligent people who know that you might as well mine dense feldspar and high sec because nothing else comes close in low and high sec. Well, except if you're willing to steal from moon mining operations. And I will not be taking videos of those. Okay, it's only those idiots. Never attack those guys. Never, ever, never, never. Do not attack. Yeah, they tend to send reinforcements that insta-give you. Not fun. Shift R. Because I've got it mapped to Shift R. Target. It takes forever. 12 seconds. Yeah. Sensor boosters, and then I'll just, once I've got it targeted, and I can't have these on when I use my mobile depot. I think I found I can't use it. So I'd have to turn these off, switch them out, turn it on again. It'll be a big deal when I land, but I'll just do that after I land my first lasers, so that doesn't... So, top down, bottom up, and of course, since they're all packed in tight, it'll be easy to target what I want to. Oh, wrong one. I'll just use this for the outliers, so halfway there and halfway there, like that. And that's how I do it up. And stagger it by a few seconds so I don't get a double stack, because if you do it at the same time, you'll get a double stack. And I might need to move closer, of course. I think I'm at the best possible range right now. 23. Yeah, it looks like this is one of the ones that are just a bit too wide. No, it's not true. Oh wait, how far is that? Okay, I'll move that way a bit. There we go. I'll move in, go to tactical camera. There it was. I think. Yeah. That was right there. So probably need to adjust and get a bookmark for a warp in. Because as you can see, I can get all these within 20 kilometers. '21, 20, 2019, 1820. Oh. Probably want to go towards that guy now. And got my stop. I could go into escape and change it to any button I want, like one button. But I've still got it to control in space, but I've got a macro key, and the only macro key I use these days that I couldn't just... I found most of my macro keys I can just move right into escape and make it one key instead of two by default. CCP are so silly. Like unlock is backspace now. Just... yeah, so G5 is bottom right for my keyboard, so I just press that easy button and then I stop. So F2, get the logi set up, and move a bit more that way and fine tune this. Yeah, it's pretty tight. There we go, and set the bookmark. 4.1? Yeah, 4.1 epicenter. Asteroids. Done. There. Alright, I'm happy. Yeah, and this is a typical belt. Typical nice belt you'd want to find within range of your prospects with the 23.3 range. And since they're orbiting, they'll hardly ever go outside of that range, and hardly ever have those turn off on you. And what I do is have that tagged. Of course, I probably already talked about that, using my hauler as a squad leader in the fleet to tag my orca as 0. So this is tagged sort of by tags. So I can... Normally I'll tag all the roids, and that's why I have it sorted by tag. But that definitely helps. I've also got my fleet members sorted to dock if I really wanted to. But yeah, it's handy to keep it on one tab. Hello, what's that sound? Is that Triggs? Please be Triggs. That'd be so awesome. End this video out on a happy, ganky note. Oh, I guess it was nothing. Boo. Anyways, yeah. That is me being happy, and once I strip all these belts, I'll go off and try some HZO mining missions. That is fun for me. Mining since 2000. Yeah, I'll post as much as I can to the description of the fit I'm using. Highly recommend it. And of course, if you want the longer range, like 37 clicks, definitely check a prior video about when I was testing Triglavian damage. Those tests that had the other prospect fit. Built for range, more than a skiff and a Mac. Pretty funny, huh? Yeah, gotta love scoped.